these drugs received accelerated approval in the third-line setting, and then we had 2 negative phase 3 trials with either Nivo or Nivo-Ipi. Tawfiq, can you maybe walk us through that and what your thoughts are about that?
Yeah, so the use of this agent in the relapse setting, I think, got very strong traction based on the 032 trial showing benefit in small subset of patients, but where that benefit is quite durable. So we're all looking for the tail, and the tail was there. And I've used both Nivo, Nivo-Ipi, as well as Pembro now in the relapse setting, initially based on the NCCN recommendation that allowed us to get insurance to approve it for those who are not able to get on a clinical trial. The disappointment came when we had the head-to-head comparison of nivolumab to topotecan in the CheckMate331 trial, where, unlike what we saw from the 032, which was somewhat less of a controlled study, even though we had multiple cohorts, but those were not being compared to each other or to any standard agent. But then going head-to-head against topotecan that we all don't use, we all don't like, but we're stuck with it because it's the only approved agent. And for that to have come up short made everybody to start to rethink whether the initial observation in this 032 trial was real or just a statistical fluke. But when we see these patients in clinic, and we've all seen them, we know that this agent actually do work for patients. It's just that knowing who those patients are is key. So the CheckMate trial 331 has really not dissuaded me from the use of nivolumab and nivolumab ipilimumab in appropriate patients. I tend to use it now as third line based on FDA approval. So second line, I will go with the cytotoxic agent that is not topotecan for the most part. And then for Pembro, actually, the one thing that I don't think has taken on is the use of CPS score to select patients. But if you have to go by what the data shows, that's actually where you're likely to see the outstanding benefit that you see in that small subset of patients treated with this agent in the relapse setting. And then talking about the other trial of Nivo-Ipi and Nivo in the maintenance setting, which is the CheckMate451 study. Disappointingly, despite the expectation that when we maximally cytoreduce the patient with induction chemotherapy and then come afterward with maintenance immunotherapy, that we're going to see survival benefit, that study actually failed to show any survival advantage with the use of nivolumab and ipilimumab. Part of that could be that the regimen that was tested was a little too toxic for patients to tolerate and stay on for a long period of time. The median number of cycles delivered in that arm of the study was only 1 cycle. And that was the 1 milligram per kilogram nivolumab versus 3 mg per kilogram of ipilimumab. Because of the hierarchical design, though, although there was a trend towards improvement with nivolumab, you could not test that statistically because the primary arm of the study was the nivolumab, ipilimumab arm, and it was negative. So there was actually nothing that you can statistically conclude in terms of nivolumab arm of the study. So now we're left with the situation where the attempt not to use immunotherapy in the front line or to use it in the relapse setting, but use it as a maintenance, has failed, at least based on the 451 trial. And I do not see any foreseeable opportunity for us to retest that concept, given where the field has moved.